Good afternoon to all of you. Distinguished scholar, author, thinker and writer, and my friend Shri Ram Madhavji, Chairman of India Foundation, Adarani Rajkumar Bhatia ji, Professor Balram Pani, Dr. Vikas Gupta, Professor Rajni Abhi, Director, South Campus, University of Delhi, Professor Rakesh Pandey, respected deans, head of the departments, principals, outstanding faculty members, teachers, invited guests, and my dear friends. Good afternoon again. Good afternoon to all of you. I am extremely happy to welcome Shri Ram Madhavji in University of Delhi. And I would like to congratulate him for such a wonderful gift to humanity. When I say it responsibility that a wonderful gift to humanity, and the title of the book is very inspiring, The New World, 21st Century, Global Order and India. In 2022, he has written another book, Partitioned Freedom. He came in South Campus, University of Delhi, and delivered a wonderful talk on the subject. This is another book. He has written many scholastic books. But the question comes in my mind, why should we read this book? Why should we read this book? And who should read this book? For this program, I have read the book. So with full confidence, I can assure you that this is a well-researched book with facts, directions, and perspective on complex global scenarios. He has touched many important aspects of international relations, geopolitical issues. So that's why when I say who should read the book, those who are interested to know about human history, they should read the book. Those who are interested in international strategies, relations and cooperations, they should read the book. Those who are interested to know about the intricacies of the First World War and Second World War, Cold War, they should also read the book. Those who are interested in world economy, they should also read the book. If you want to have the idea about the 21st century technologies, those who will be affecting the human life, civilizations, they can also read the book. AI and its impact on humanity, geopolitical issues. And interestingly, author has placed position of India in global order. Changes in the world order. He has identified the milestones for the same. The first is the First World War, Second World War, Cold War, and recently after COVID. Now, new world order is being shaped with new players and different challenges. If we are interested in such issues, this is a wonderful scholarly work of Ram Madhavji. I would like to congratulate him for such a wonderful work. So when I was going through the book, he has written in a very impressive, simple language about the First World War from 1914 to 1920. We all know about it. Woodrow Wilson was the US president at that time. He discouraged America from getting involved in the war. At that time, 1914, 1913, America was in the state of isolationist attitude. Many of you, those who are interested in the international subjects, they know initially America did not want to come into the war. And US President was very clear that, no, we will not participate in the war. Why should we intervene unnecessary? This is not a world war, this is a European war. And he went to, Mr. Wilson went to the poll for the second term in 1916. Just 2 years after the war, he was given a resounding mandate with the popular slogan, "He kept us out of war." He kept us out of war. So people were very happy, Americans were very happy. But in 1917, German attacked merchant ships. Many Americans were killed. Many ships were destroyed. Then he has also given a story about the telegram came, and telegram became a reason that now US decided to enter into the war. US joined the war in April 1917. After 3 years of war. Before that, like few thousand Americans died, so they entered into the war. But after the war, 116,000 American soldiers lost their lives. 116,000 American soldiers lost their life after the war. And what was the outcome of the war? League of Nations for Permanent Peace was established. It means what? New world order emerged after First World War, first milestone. But after 19 years, what happened? League of Nations could not work, did not work at all for the humanity. Nothing happened. Second World War started in 1939. At that time, US President was Franklin Roosevelt was the president. He said, we will remain neutral in the nation. We will not participate in the war. Same analogy. Isolationist attitude. But what happened on 7th December 1941? After 2 years of the war, Japanese first Air Fleet aircraft attacked American naval base at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. Attacked. This time US was reluctant. Attack happened. There were school of thought, they say we should participate in the war, but based on the experience of First World War, they were still reluctant to participate in the war. It took the sinking and destruction of 8 battleships, 320 aircrafts, and deaths of 2,403 American soldiers and civilians for American government to decide to jump into the war. And in 1942, 3 years after the war, after the beginning of the war, US troops started arriving in Europe. Meaning thereby, US did not want to participate in the war, but we can't say that they were forced to. And 7th May 1945, we all know, Germany surrendered. 14th August, Japan surrendered. Harry Truman used nuclear options on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Although all policies of the war were designed, operated, controlled by Roosevelt, but unfortunately he died, and his vice president, Harry Truman, became the President of the United States of America. And many people believe that if Roosevelt would have the president at that time, this nuclear option would not have been exercised by United States of America. We don't know, but there are the people who believe that. And in the process, 4 lakh American soldiers died. What was the outcome of the war? If you are interested, you should read the book. What was the outcome of the war, Second World War? Many bad things happened, but many good things also happened. 1945, establishment of United Nations. An outcome of that process is also IMF, World Bank, and International Court of Justice. They came into existence for humanity. But the best thing which happened, Second World War became the beginning of the end of colonization. We are the beneficiary. We got independence in 1947. Second World War outcomes played a very, very important and significant role. And after 20 years of Second World War, most of the countries were decolonized. This is the outcome of Second World War. But world order the same world order could not sustain, a new world order emerged. They call it, and he has defined, liberal global order. Second milestone, when world order changed. Third is 1991. With the collapse of Soviet Union in 1991, the Warsaw Pact also collapsed. NATO, however, remained an ironic part of the liberal order. Warsaw Pact collapsed, but NATO, nothing happened to NATO. It became more powerful. And US said for NATO, we keep security forces to defend a way of life. We not only protect the interest of that country, we also not only protect the borders of that country, but also protect the interests of that country. I don't know how far it is true. But yes, new world order emerged. And we have seen, that's why those who are interested in international geopolitical situations, they should read the book. Many things I also not aware of. I could learn many, many good things after reading this wonderful book. The statement of President George Bush Sr., who defended the Gulf War. And I would like to quote from the book, Americans, the quote of President George Bush Sr., Americans are a caring people. We are a good people, a generous people. Let us always be caring and generous in all we do. We want halfway around the world to do what is moral, just, and right. We fought hard, won the war, and asked nothing in the return. I don't know how far it is true. This is my statement. I don't know how far it is true. Say, we did it without expecting anything in return. कितनी अच्छी सी बात है ये. It means what? Saying something, doing something, meaning something. That's why I said this book is a must-read to develop your perspective on international issues. Not only direction, but the perspective. See what happened to NATO, growth of NATO. From 1999 to 2009, you will understand why this Ukraine and Russia war. See the roots here. From 1999 to 2009, Poland, Hungary, Czech Republic, Baltic states, Romania, Bulgaria, Slovakia, Slovenia, Albania, and Croatia joined NATO. Was it necessary? In 2023, Finland joined. In 2024, Sweden joined. And many countries are in the queue, still in the queue. And one example is Ukraine. And that's why this Russia-Ukraine war. New world order is being emerged. New order is being shaped. Similarly, India and China suffered colonization operations for centuries. In First World War, in Second World War, both countries had no participation at all, but now in this world order, these two old civilizations are expected to play a very, very important and significant role. And in 1991, we adopted open market economy and globalization. Now, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, has taken a sankalp to make India a developed nation by 2047. One thing which Ram Madhavji has written emphatically also, and I am also of the firm believer of one important thing. If I have to take few lines from the book, like message from the book, he has written, India should single-mindedly focus on economic growth. I would like to congratulate you, sir, for that. It needs courage, because this is not politically also correct at times. But he has written very like vertically, with passion. I would like to quote him. Quote, like China in the 1980s, India must focus on its economic growth for at least a decade, keeping all other agendas on hold. Such a powerful statement from a scholar. Yes, I do agree. I also believe that he has said a decade, but I said for 2 decades. We should only focus on economic growth and economic growth, nothing else. Because if we deviate our focus, we will not be able to eradicate poverty from our country, and we will also not be able to enhance the standard of living for our people. This is the prime responsibility, but only one, subject to the security of our borders. Economic growth subject to the security of our borders. No compromise on that. Otherwise, no other agenda should be entertained at least for 2 decades up to 2047. First, we should achieve the status of a developed nation, and after that, we will talk on other aspects also. And that's why he has identified futuristic technologies for the acceleration of the economic growth. How do we accelerate this growth? Semiconductors, quantum computing, artificial intelligence, AI, genomics, all are very, very important. Higher education institutions and universities should play a very, very important and significant role for the establishment of these thrust areas of technology. I would also like to quote a statement of our Defense Minister, Shri Rajnath Singh. He said in 2024 in Moscow, friendship between India and Russia is higher than the highest mountain and deeper than the deepest ocean. And that's why when someone is saying Indian economy is dead economy, we should just ignore that. We should not do anything at the cost of our friendship with Russia. Russia has supported in past, Russia will support in future also. That's why this book is important. And Professor Rajni Abhi has rightly said about the Panchamrit, the 5 pillars of foreign policy, which author has also described very clearly: Samman, Samvad, Samriddhi, Suraksha, and Sanskriti. These are the pillars for international diplomacy. India must focus on high-quality innovation ecosystem. Higher education institutions of our country must become epicenter of creativity, research, and startup culture. Authors, Ram Madhavji believed in building brand Bharat. Time has come to build brand Bharat that will not only help to accelerate the economic growth, but also the reputation of our country. Then he has asked a question. Very interesting question. Should India emulate the West? Should India emulate the West or the rest in its pursuit of greatness? I repeat. Should India emulate the West or the rest in its pursuit of greatness? I don't want to answer this. You have to think about it. Should we emulate the West? Partly, fully, all the time? Or rest in our pursuit of greatness? We have to create better living standards for our people. And the solution, he has rightly said, only the economic growth. Developed India will have other priorities. Don't worry about that. Our generation responsibility is to focus on the growth. Let us not deviate unnecessarily today. Ignore other deviations. That is in the interest of our country. And this book is a must read. My dear students, those who are here, please read the book. You will come to know so many things about our country, world, relationship, cooperation, and human history. From caves to artificial intelligence. I am again thankful to Ram Madhavji for this scholastic and scholarly work. Thank you, sir. Keep on doing good work. This work will be a milestone and a golden chapter in the growth history of our country. Thank you very much.